Hello and welcome to Mr. E's Watch Reviews. Today we got another watch on loan from our member Felo. Mr. Felo was kind enough to let us borrow 5 different watches, and I'm just now getting around to doing the last 2, so that way I can send his watches back. I don't mean to always take so long, Felo. I'm sorry. But he usually sends me quite a number of watches, and they're really, really nice. And then I wind up always, it never fails, getting other watches, like other new stuff or stuff that I ordered a while ago and it's finally coming in. Or like I got inundated with all the new prototypes for the MMI watches and stuff like that. So, and it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just, it's Murphy's Law. I'll have nothing to do until Felo sends me a whole bunch of watches, and then I get inundated with tons of other watches. So, anyways, this one is the Watch Dives wd1967. It's called the Sharkmaster 300. My first impressions. The dial is a little crowded. Between all the minute markers on the inside and on the bezel, it's like really busy. The domed sapphire that they used on this is like, again, I didn't go looking everything up, but it looks like kind of a boxed dome or a boxed double dome. It definitely has some crazy distortion to it. Which again, I like because it has a very vintage kind of feel and look to it, but it almost feels like you're looking through a porthole on a boat. Of course, I like sword hands, that I do like, and I do like the big indices in the 12, 3, and 9. The date being down at the 6 o'clock is for me. I would also have done that with, like, instead of white lettering, I would have done a white background with the black lettering, so it maybe would have stood out a little bit better. Not only that, but like with the distortion, like you really see it just fucks with the date. Like that much domage there on the sapphire is yeah, it makes you feel a little drunk when you're looking at that date down there. Overall, I mean, the case finish on this is just fantastic. I mean, it's really, really top notch. Has milled clasp and on the fly adjustment. This one's a little different because you pull down on the button. Like you don't push, but you pull down and it slides in and out. But works very much like most of the San Martin stuff. And looks very much like it. You got the little Watch Dives engraved on there, which is kind of nice because you could actually polish that out if you really wanted to, because that's like just laser etched. Versus where like San Martin, I just happened to be wearing one of their bracelets today. It's like glued on top of it, and like homage, I would really like to be able to take that off so that, but either way, that's gorgeous, ain't it? Right? Yep. Okay. So back to what we're doing. Like I said, they got exquisite brushing, the high polished edge here, and it's nice and beveled. Like it all just feels really good on your hands and against your fingers. And again, this bracelet is finished very well. I mean, it feels very, very good. Bezel. Feels nice. No back play. This is what I like to call like a crunchy bezel. And I mean, it's not like I'm not knocking it. It feels like old school ratchets to me. And when I mean old school, I mean ratchets like when they very first started coming out with ratchets, where they had really big teeth. Because like I said, when you're rotating this, like the notches feel large. Let's see, is it a 120? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yep, there's a 120 click bezel. So sometimes they make the teeth not quite so big. Why does the camera look like it's jumping all around? Stop doing that, camera. Don't be messing up on me. So this has got the NH35A in it, automatic movement. And looks like these watches sell for right around $153. And that was purchased back on 1/30/24 of this year. So this is a brand new deal. Let's go ahead and turn on the Timegrapher. Get it set up. Let's get y'all some measurements real fast. All right. So this thing with the box dome sapphire, 13.7 millimeters. The bezel seems like it overhangs the case a little bit, but that's because of the beveled edges. So let's go ahead and get that. Yep, 38 millimeter across. So nice and small. Let's see. Can we get the inside of the lugs? 20 millimeters on the inside of the lugs. Again, nice solid links or solid end links. You know, one thing I do notice here is that the bottom of the case, like the corners here, stick out past the bracelet just a little bit. So we'll put this on the wrist real fast. See how this thing feels. Luckily, mine and Felo's wrist size is very close. Actually, make sure that's ratcheted all the way in. Yep, it is. All right. Well, that actually feels quite nice. Yes. So I don't feel the corners at all poking me. Like, I don't feel them whatsoever. Yeah, when the bracelet's sitting on you, they're not poking out no more. It's just when it was up in the air. Yes. I would tone down the dial on this. That's the only thing I would really change on this watch. Maybe make it a no date and keep the big old box dome sapphire. Or give it a flat sapphire and keep the date. One or the other. Actually, hang on a second. I haven't wound this up at all. It's just been running because I've been fiddling with it. Yeah, here we go. Make sure it's good and wound up, and we'll readjust the camera a little bit. Crown action feels good. Not wanting to screw back down now, but that happens sometimes. You gotta catch the threads just right. You don't want to be forcing it. All right, hang on a second. Let's readjust. Which one is it? Just that one. There we go. All right. Tap on it. Oh, hold on. Not that it's going to change this a whole lot, but well, it's definitely running well within the Seiko tolerances. And like that's one of the things about like the NH35A and 34A. Two things. A, if there is a problem with it and it's not running right, they're so cheap and easy to swap out. There's no point in trying to fix the one that you have. It's just buy another one. The other thing is, you know, this could be regulated down a little bit. The watch is also brand new. I don't think it's really been worn a whole lot, so it might need the oils and things like that to be moving around. It may run better after it's been worn, but being perfectly honest, this is running better than several Seikos that I've had on the channel. Again, one of them being my own turtle, and it needs to be serviced. And like that's kind of the whole issue right now. It's a $500 watch, so obviously it's worth servicing. But do you spend the money to service that unit, or go ahead and just replace the unit? So yeah, I'm just torn right this second. And I mean, it like mine runs bad, but like it looks like it could be regulated out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know that it needs a full service, but the watch is 5 or 6 years old, so yeah. But anyway, my point is that you can buy a number of Seikos and them not be running this good, right out the box. And I mean, it's Seiko that has the plus 30, plus 40, minus 20 kind of tolerance range. They find anything in there to be acceptable. So I would have to say for a secondary company using that movement, the beat error is looking real good. Plus 12, plus 13. It's reasonable. I mean, it's definitely not the worst. I would definitely take that over plus 40. So, overall, I would have to say this is, for $153, a just fantastic watch. I mean, for that kind of money, you got on-the-fly adjustment, milled clasp, a very, very smooth brushed bracelet. Like, it feels excellent with nice end links. You've got the drilled lugs, so swapping a bracelet is nice and easy, but nice solid end links. I mean, it's just very fantastic watch. Like I said, for me, I would take away the little minute markers all on the inside, or just make them smaller. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave the hour markers just big like they are, but I would shrink the rest of them down. One thing I think we're missing here, guys, is a Lume shot. So let's pause it and Lume it up. All right, so here we go with the Lume. It's looking right decent. It looks like the hour markers could use a little bit more. Maybe I didn't get it quite enough. Hang on a second. I want to go run out in the sunshine real quick. Okay, that's better. So, yeah. No, it looks like they got it all nice and evenly applied. I just did not have it shined up good under my little desk lamp there. Take it out and you got it hit with some UV rays, and she's really popping. So, yeah. I definitely see this being a Lume monster. And just for comparison, that's it sitting next to my Ocean Rover 2 with the Golden Sands Lume. So, yeah. It does, however, look, because like I said, I just ran out and ran back in, that the watch dice has a real initial super bright pop, but it looks like them indices have already dimmed down just quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I stopped the video, y'all should be able to see it even easier than I can see it, but I can see it with my plain eyes. So, yeah. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching, checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe, and possibly join the members or my membership program. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel, it helps me buy more watches, do more things, and give back to the community, including you guys. Oh, and a little update for anybody who pitched in for my boy's divorce. The divorce has been finalized. Ian is a free man. He's all good to go. So I really appreciate that. That was our big channel donation last year, was free Ian from the crazy bitch. So he's kind of free anyways. Legally, he's not tied to her other than they do have kids, you know, so he still has to deal with her on that end, but he has full custody. So yeah, anybody here in the United States would understand when the man has full custody, and it's not that people or men don't want to get it, but the bitch has to be super fucking crazy, like super duper crazy, in order for him to get it with no contest and no argument from the court, which is what happened here. So anyhow, Ian's free. Join the membership. You know, help us out. Talk to y'all later. Bye.